Now, I have to warn you before you start the panel. Everybody, this is Jacqueline.
Hi.
Jacqueline works at Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. So this is going to be her first time moderating a panel ever, and if there was somebody I was going to throw her in with, I trusted you the most. So please send her back in tears. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Todd Havercourt.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be back. It takes a minute to get over here, so thank you so much for making the journey. I really appreciate it. I know there's a lot to do here, and there's a lot of lines to wade in, and so now you get to kind of sit and rest the quads for a bit before we go back to standing. So you're at Universal.
I am.
So you just started. When did you start?
2 years ago.
So you're transitioning to something else?
No, I do this because I love it.
Okay,
So,
right on.
yeah.
Awesome. What do you do specifically at Universal?
Well, thanks for coming to my panel, everyone. I'm a raptor expert.
Yes.
I do Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh,
and
yes.
Grinchmas and everything else that they like.
Halloween Horror Nights is awesome.
Thank you. I think so too.
Do you guys know what Halloween Horror Nights is?
No.
Yes.
Canada. I'm sorry.
At Universal Studios, they totally Halloweenify the whole park. And so at least the one in LA, they open up the back lots and they make it, haunted houses. They do Ash vs. Evil Dead. They do all the Blumhouse stuff, Purge, etc., Walking Dead. And then at the end of the night, to get you to leave, they have a whole battalion of clowns with chainsaws that march out, and they turn them on, and then they come after you. And when you buy a ticket, you sign a waiver, basically, with your money, that says any dismemberment, any blood loss, that's on you.
Dancing clown, also partly clowns?
We don't.
Don't you want your question answered, Georgie?
Yes, it's a lot of fun. But I will tell you, do you guys want to know what the opposite of fun is?
Not fun.
Excited.
No, the opposite of fun is watching the movie Tusk. That's probably the second worst movie I've ever seen. The worst movie I've ever seen is the sequel to that movie. They think it takes place in Canada, a lot of it, and it is just horrible. The first one I can see how it got made. Has anyone seen it in here? I'm sorry for you. You've seen it? What? Have you had the cheesecake here? I've seen the picture of it. The sequel to the movie is just atrocious. Now Johnny Depp is in both of them. He's not bad. But it's just a bad. They're both on Netflix right now. And I can't. If I had a nickel for if I had half a penny for how many times characters in the movie went 8, I would take all of us out for whatever flavor of poutine you want. It's a lot. They say it a lot, and it's just so annoying. Anyway, now see, I want you to see these movies so you can be like, yeah, he was right. He was totally right. You don't even have to watch all of it because you won't make it to the end. But this is my challenge to you. The sequel. You don't even need to see the first one. The first one is at least okay, I can kind of get to the end of this one. The sequel. If you make it through the sequel, what I would like, if you are up to the challenge, record the video of the moment when the credits start rolling, of you experiencing that. Because I want to get your raw thoughts right afterwards. Just throw them up on Twitter and let me see. Because I'm telling you, if you make it to the end of this movie, because it stars Kevin Smith's daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter. Now, I'm making it sound too attractive. Don't think this is a good movie. They're not. I'm telling you. You're like, Johnny Depp's in it? No, and his kids are in it? And it takes place in Canada? No. Don't do it. I know how your little brains are working because mine does the same thing. I'm like, really? It's sharp, pointy things at the bottom? How high up? And I just jump in the hole? Yeah, then it's like, what's the next thing you're doing? Like, just, it is on Netflix. Technically, you've already bought the movie by subscribing to Netflix, so you might as well just check it out. But if you make it to the end, please let me know. That's a huge accomplishment, truly. It's not on par with, like, graduating top of your class from college, but it is close. It's very, very close. It's been a minute since I've returned. I think that sometimes people wonder how the whole behind-the-scenes convention thing works. Like, some people come up to me and go like, you didn't come to this con last year, you canceled. Not as simple as that. There's 1,001 things that happen. Sometimes flights get canceled, sometimes a work thing pops up. I was at a con last weekend and I was on my way to the airport when I got a call from Sony. And Sony's like, we have this thing that we need you to work on tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock at night on Thursday. Like, we need you here tomorrow at noon. I'm like, well, I'm on my way to the airport. They're like, yeah, but it's this movie starring this person that is because I can't say anything about it, but if you were to think back on one of the earliest Marvel movies that involves a guy who is rich and doesn't know the value of teamwork and humility. He is in this movie. And so I was like, all right. But stuff like that happens. Sometimes people get sick. Sean is sick, ill today. So stuff like that happens. So it's that's why when you see my lines at other cons, like, I don't like to cut people off or turn them away. But the cons will straight up lie to me sometimes. Like this con I was just at, I was like, oh, we got through everybody? Because they give you like these little, here it's like you sign for the day. But some cons it's like you have an hour. You have an hour and a half. And they go, and I signed for everyone in the con and I was like, was that everybody? And they're like, yep. That was all of them. And then I get all these fans coming up and saying like, we tried to get your autograph, but the line got cut off. Mother. Lied to me. So then the next time, I had to have an inside mole go and see the lines. The next day, same thing. I go, we get through everybody? They go, uh-huh. We did. My mole came to me and reported. They turned away 350 people. So then I've got to be, Obadiah Stane. I've got to go over there and handle business. But it's like, so that's a little bit of the behind-the-scenes stuff that happens at conventions. Another behind-the-scenes question that you're probably asking yourself, you're like, is Evangeline Lilly, is she as pretty in person as she is on screen? Yes. The answer is yes. Anyway. But it's good to be here. I love going to the bigger conventions. How many people, this is the only con you come to each year? It's your tradition, it's your thing. Yeah, you guys are like family. You're Fan Expo Canada family. How many people have been to, this is your first big con, but you've been to a lot of smaller ones, but this is the first big one. It's a big difference, isn't it? I like the big conventions. I like the energy of being around. Because usually when it's a huge convention, they've got a great dealer room. They've got cool booths. You've got Evangeline Lilly. If you see her, just tell her Todd says hi. And she's like, oh, Todd, okay. And say, no. He's here. He's right down there. Like, really make sure she understands I'm right here. Like, don't, because she's like, oh, that's so nice. Tell your brother hi. No, he's not my brother. He's Todd Abercorn. He's right over there. You can see his name on the sign. You should go say hi to him. If you run into her. If you stand in her line. Haberkorn. But I like the bigger conventions, and it's just seeing all the commerce going on, and I love it. I love the big ones. A lot of times people like the smaller ones because they feel like it's a more intimate experience, etc. But I don't know. I like seeing everybody come together with their fandom, and because then you can get big fairy tale cosplay groups together, and D. Gray Man cosplay groups together, and and you know, GA meetings, Gray Lovers Anonymous meetings, where you go and you're trying to get over your sickness of loving Gray. And you have those meetings weekly, and then you wean yourself off of that despicable habit, and then you're fine. That kind of stuff you find at conventions. You meet people that work at cool places like Universal. Now, do you guys? Now, I will say, I do have one problem with Universal LA. So, they opened up like a store, a Hello Kitty store, all kinds of.
Sure.
And so I got an email about it. It says, we want you to come to the secret, like, early opening of the store. And so I'm thinking like, ooh, okay. So when I think of that, when I've been to stuff like that in the past, they have like a DJ doing his little thing over there, and then they've got little food things, and they've got it's special. Nothing. It was literally just like, hey, look around.
You were supposed to be the special thing. They didn't have to do Jake. You were gonna be there.
It's still bad. But do you guys have the Kung Fu Panda 4D thing?
We don't.
Okay. Have you guys seen this? Have you been to the Universal in LA?
No.
It's like a one-timer. You're the Universal in Florida. That's the one that you get a pass to.
Yeah.
The one in LA, no. You go one time if it's unless it's Halloween Horror Nights. You go one time to that one if you lost a bet because you were forced to watch the second movie in the Tusk trilogy. You go one time, that's it. They try to trick you and say, oh, you could get a season pass. No, don't do it. It's like saying, oh, you could eat the whole piece of cake, and like it looks like you should do that, but you regret it for the rest of your life when you look in the mirror and you shame yourself. And so it's the one in Florida is awesome, and it's like 15 times bigger. The one in LA, this is how you equate it. It's not a theme park, it's a movie studio with some rides. That's how you have to think about it. Because if you go looking for a theme park, you're going to be sorely disappointed. The same amount of disappointed as if you expect Gray to be something you need to aspire to be. But you look great.
I deserve it. It's okay.
Now, you know, I have to say that Fan Expo Canada is I love the exclusive things that they have here for sale. I want to get some of those things. What are the top exclusive things that you guys are looking out for that you may have gotten or that you want to get? Is there anything I should look out for?
Guardian Fly Funko with the guitar.
Oh, they have that?
Yeah. We got
Cool.
it early.
Okay.
That was like 10 minutes yesterday.
Oh, so they're gone.
So they get more every day.
Oh, okay.
But like you gotta be there like right first thing.
Really? So they're gone for today.
They're gone for today and yesterday, yeah.
Cool. What about you? Uh-huh.
I saw Bob Ross.
I have that one.
I saw.
It's the pure white one, right?
Yeah.
You can color it and graffiti it and defile it all you want. I have that. Anything else? That's it? Never mind. Yes. What is that?
Black and white Black Canary from DC Bombshell.
Oh, right on. Now, is that just a comic book series, right?
It is.
Are they going to turn it into a thing?
I hope so.
Okay. Cool. Who are you guys going to see in terms of like, besides Evangeline Lillian, you can tell her to come say hi to me. Like who else? Oh, Pee Wee Herman was supposed to be here. See? It happens and then you're like, what? Why did he say that? I don't know. He's stuck. He's stuck. And you know what? Some habits die hard. I get it. So he had to cancel. Who else is not here? Jeff is not here. Should we call him?
Yes.
Like a network. Really cool with Jeff. That's how you should see about. When you say Jeff, you say Jeff Goldblum, right? No one says Jeff. You know what I mean? It's like that's how you know. You say Jeff.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, what's up?
What you doing?
I'm trying to make cornbread.
Is this your first time making cornbread?
No, but I'm trying a different recipe. I hope it will turn out well.
Yeah. When was the last time you
Where
made?
are you?
I'm in another country.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Where?
Toronto.
Is it cold up there?
There's a lot of snow.
Now?
Yeah, it's about 7 inches of snow. It's pretty cold. I didn't pack for this weather. When was the last time you were in Toronto?
I think it was, gosh, a long, long time ago in the 90s.
In a galaxy far, far away?
No.
Why were
We
you?
went across, is it near Niagara Falls?
It's closer to Spain.
That's where we went, and we crossed the border to see Knoxville or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've got another call, Mom. I gotta let you go.
Okay.
Bye, Mom.
Hello? Hi, Leslie. This is Todd. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, you could just put it in the driveway there. That'd be great. Just with enough room so that I can get my car out, of course. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
How's Leslie? Is she okay?
I never talked to her before.
No, I'm talking
And, any other errands I need to run? Let's see.
Call Nick.
We don't need that kind of nightmare fuel right now. So basically, Jeff's busy. Well, who's this number? Let's find out. Todd Goldblum. Hello? Hello? This is Todd. Who's this? Hi, Brenda. I'm doing okay.
Well, I have to let you know, that's great. I have to let you know our calls are recorded for quality.
Well, this is going to be the highest quality of call.
Okay. Well, I have to, calling you because you guys went online and expressed interest in getting a new rate for your bike and gas bill here, on Magnolia Boulevard. And I was just calling you with the information you guys provided to get your rate supplied. Alright, so I just need you to grab the utility bills and stuff right with, okay?
Sure. You're aware that I moved to a new address. Can I give that to you?
Well, yeah, mandated in the state, we have to make sure everything is exactly as it is on your bill. But it was still, so when you moved, you did transfer your services, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I need you to grab the utility bill, because all of your information should be on there. I am authorized to hold.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay?
No problem.
Anyway.
She's still on hold. It's just on mute. So we'll see.
Share.
Yeah. Say, well, she is authorized to hold them.
So anyway, I wonder what other errands I'm supposed to run today. This is good to know, because it's still a work day for me. That's the other thing. I was like, I've met so many fun folks that have come by, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be not here, but like, are you supposed to be in school? And they're like, we say goodbye to our education and hello to convention. It's like, no, that's not good. We need you to know how to read. They don't teach us how to read in school. Where's the building? Go to school. Do your homework. I wonder how long she'll hold. We'll find out. We'll see how long she'll hold for. How presumptuous. Go get your utility bill. Like I just have it sitting around. I got 2 cups of water and a mic stand. I don't have my utility bill. Anyway, do you guys have questions for me? Mary Poppins.
Mary, people are very quiet.
I'm a theater student. That shouldn't be a problem, but okay.
Great.
Hi, Todd.
Even better.
Pass the spoon. Pass the medicine. Go down. The medicine. Go down. The medicine. Go down. Just a spoon full of sugar. The medicine. Go down. Leave the medicine like a
She hung up.
On mute, she heard that. He's like, absolutely.
She needs to get some sugar. What's your question? You look fabulous.
Thank you. So you've had a few major roles and had a few amazing one-liners. But has there ever been a time in a booth where you've gotten a really odd line or had to do a really weird noise and it just kind of threw you off balance a little?
The one I can think of off the top of my head is Correcchio from the last Danganronpa game. That was weird. That laugh, it was like, okay, just do this weird thing. That's strange. When I voiced Keroro and Sergeant Frog, that was weird. Because it's like, what do you do for an alien frog? I mean, what's the noise that's supposed to come out of that thing? And so like different stuff like that, where you just kind of like make a decision, you just gotta rock and roll with it and go. And so there are occasions when that happens, but the thing that I try to keep in mind is, I'm gonna throw something out and they'll tell me if it smells like S or not. So I just try to give it my all AF and then go from there.
Nice. And you also did the Pigeon Man from Miraculous Ladybug, that's correct?
Yes, everyone can associate themselves with pigeons because we all see pigeons. Therefore, to be the embodiment of the evil of pigeons is an honor. So what's your favorite avenue of your theater studies?
I particularly like acting, but I also study costume design and construction and stage managing on the side.
Sure, so stage managing is your side B.
Side C. Side B would be the costume.
Ooh, side C, I don't like the C word. Why is it a part of your vernacular? You've got a side B and a side C. Like, I don't... Shame on you. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're keeping it a variety of things going.
Thank you.
What show are you working on? Did you last do?
The last show that I did, we did the Penelope ads by Margaret Atwood. Very dark, lots of murder and
Nudity.
no, none.
Oh, none. Okay.
Before that, I played Amy in Little Women.
Okay.
Do you go to George Brown?
No, I go to York University. The club I'm with is VCP. Come out and see my stuff.
I have an ex-girlfriend who went to George Brown University and totally destroyed my faith in Canadian women as part of it. I'm kidding. I'm joking. She is an ex, though. She went to George Brown. She's a very good actress. She's a great actress, especially when she apologized for things that were her fault. It's all your fault. No, congratulations on your continued theater success, and I hope you stage manage something, costume something, and acting something.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Great cosplay. She lives in this town, by the way.
I don't know her. I'm so sorry.
She looks a little bit like you.
I'm in Florida. It's not me.
She's got 2 eyes and you have 2 eyes. She 2 ears. You have 2 ears.
We all have 2 ears.
True, excellent point.
Luke, you look like her.
I look like Lincoln Loud.
That's true,
Is
too.
that her name?
Her name is Lincoln Lau Laura. How did you know?
I don't know. I was referring to this dude right here.
He's cool, dude.
He's awesome.
Who has another question?
I have one.
Lincoln Lau, let's hear it.
Alright, since this is a behind the scenes voice panel, and my question I had for a while is relating to this. So during your time in working on the English dub of Fairy Tale, what was your favorite memory behind the scenes working on the English dub of Fairy Tale?
Oh my gosh.
Well, it doesn't have to be your favorite. It could be like any favorite
Can
memory.
it be my worst memory?
Favorite and worst. Let's try that.
Can it be the sleepiest memory?
Do your worst. Do your best. I don't care. Let's hear an answer.
Can it be the most athletic memory?
Any memory.
Can it be the longest memory?
Don't talk about as long as you can.
Oh gosh, here.
I have one more question.
Alright then.
Can it be the shortest memory?
We like hearing you talk, so try to keep it long.
Okay. Thank you for your question. Let me simmer on it for a minute. Because we've done a lot of episodes.
You're more than 200. I think you're gonna go up to 300 soon with the Alvarez arc, right?
That's right.
Oh boy.
My favorite memory was getting the call that told me that I was going to be a part of the Fairy Tale world. I was in a pizza place in Austin, Texas, eating pizza, and I got the phone call.
Alright.
And as I was eating this pizza and burning the roof of my mouth, I took solace in the fact that I would be burned again and again for 276 episodes and 2 movies with a holiday special and a secret origin trilogy of movies and a 10 commercial series.
The 10 commercial series, you're talking about Fairy Tale Zero, correct?
No, but that's a good way to look at it.
Any good memories with your co-actors, Jeremy Lay, Colin Clinkerbeard, the guy who did, you know who? Your rival voice actor? Yes.
Good memories with Jeremy? No, Jeremy's great. Good memories. The thing is with everybody, it's we've been together for so long. We've all been working together for so many years. We know each other like truly a family. I mean, I've been to like Brina's wedding when she got married, and I've seen people get pregnant and dudes get pregnant and have kids, and I've been over to their houses for going away parties, and I mean we've seen each other grow from, you know, fans of a show up to voicing in shows. And so there's a lot of memories there. But if I had a favorite one, it was when the director of Fairy Tale and I were with Jeremy and Colleen. We were in New York and we met the creator of Fairy Tale.
Hiro Mashima?
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun to meet him. And he had a lot of questions for us about Fairy Tale, and I think he was tricking us because we're like, you created it, and don't you know all the answers? So then we got into a fist fight. But what I didn't realize is that I had just been to the Walking Dead booth and I got a little bit of zombie glue in my fist. So when I punched him, it got to his mouth. 7 days later, after an incubation period, he became patient 0. He was in a fuselage in this very small, tight space, and he spread the infection to everyone else on board. The plane became a missile of infection that landed in a little town called Raccoon City. That's why it's taken so long to get more episodes out. Because we had to find him, capture him, cure him of the illness, rehabilitate him, and teach him that human flesh is not a meal. And then get him back to work.
You're going to change the zombie's mind then, eh?
I wouldn't say we've changed his mind, but we've shown him a better path.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
You are an amazing. You're a hero for rehabilitating someone's mind.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got our next question right here.
Right on. Hi.
Hello, Todd. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. My question is, do you see, Natsu in any part of yourself, or are you completely different from Natsu's personality?
We do have a lot of similarities. I mean, Natsu wears clothing, I wear clothing. He has 2 ears, I have 2 ears. He has sandals, I own several pair. Natsu, like, I try to be very loyal to my friends, unless they try to kill me in my sleep. Then it's like, then I'm like a little bit angry at them. But in general, I try to get their back. And also, it's like, I make haphazard decisions like Natsu. I mean, the only thing that I would say that I don't do is, if you make Lucy cry and Natsu's ready to commit first-degree manslaughter, I try to keep it on, like, involuntary manslaughter. Kind of like the Batman thing, where it's like, you know, you're hanging off the edge, and Batman doesn't push you off the edge, but he's not going to save you. That's kind of my approach. So there's really no blood on my hands, it's really blood on Gravity's hands, the poison's hands that went into your mouth and went into your system. I didn't give you the poison. I may have put it in the drink that your drink was in, but I didn't make you drink the poison. You decided to drink it. So how am I at fault? Why am I not allowed back in Nova Scotia? The poison should be banned from it. Yeah, it's another tale, but yeah, no, I think there's some similarities. I don't think I could pull off the pink hair like him. I would like to. His hair is so thick. I feel like I want to break one of the strands off and squeeze the aloe that's in it and peel my skin. But I don't know. Maybe that's in the next episode. We'll see. Hopefully.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. You're the master.
Me? All right, who's up next? Come on over here. Oh yeah, you definitely, absolutely. Come on, together, the best. Oh yeah. Well, I'm it.
Why do you hate me?
Well, it's a combination of things. But I'll put it aside for now. You're delightful.
Yeah. Are you sad that Fairy Tale is ending and this will be the last season?
It's not. There's gonna be more.
How many?
We'll see. I mean, because we have this 60 episode arc, but then there's gonna be more. So it's gonna keep going. It's gonna be like onesies. Onesies came around and they continue to be around. Infant size, adult size. There are onesies everywhere, and they just have grown stronger. That's a good analogy. So no, I'm not sad. I get sad when I'm having dinner with someone and the dessert is there and it's a splitting situation of the dessert. And there's one bite left and I can tell that they're full. They don't really want that bite, but they're gonna take it to have the last bite. And I'm like, well, maybe I want that bite. And they don't leave it for me and they have it. Then I'm sad. I also get sad when I set my alarm and I accidentally set it for PM instead of AM. And I wake up and I miss that Jeff Goldblum was coming over. We were gonna go biking together. And then I miss it, and then he ends up going with my mom. And then 9 months later, I have a half-brother. And then we have to raise him, and we call him Little Jeffy. But then Jeff never comes over anymore because he's embarrassed that he gave into his carnal embrace with my mother. And all I wanted to do was go bike riding with him. So we don't ride bikes anymore.
Are you at least satisfied with the end of the manga?
Not at all. When I see that last panel, I think that no matter if Lucy wanted to go on a date with me or not, she at least, for saving her life almost 300 times, at least owes me a kiss on the cheek. I mean, or least a full body hug of some kind.
I mean, he gets something, and then Natsu doesn't get anything.
And then nothing at all.
Greg gets everything.
At least a Groupon for some sort of fire massage of some kind. Like nothing.
I would refuse that immediately. Probably.
Let the fanfic begin. Here we go.
Classic cafe.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Alright, we've got about 5-6 minutes left.
Hello.
Hi. One of my favorite characters you played was in Kenichi.
Yeah.
Haru Nijima.
Yeah.
He had one of the best lines I've ever heard. It's when Kenichi's sister gets kidnapped.
When he says, who gets kidnapped?
Kenichi's sister
Yes.
asked her to save him. Do you remember that line at all?
You do it for me. I want to see you do it.
You can count on me, Honoka, but my boobs aren't that big.
It always comes down to boob size. Very cool. You know what? That haircut I had. I had that haircut for many years because I am an Asian, and we have to have that haircut at some point in our lives.
I heard that.
And it's true though. And I had it for many years, and then I had it again when I played Spock in Star Trek Continues. That was a traumatic hair for me. I don't recommend it for you. If the salon person that you go to suggests that hairstyle, rip their mask off and it's Vic underneath. Be careful. Okay, good.
Let's get someone in the back. Hi, all the way in the back. Run up here. Woo! Do it, do it. Come on, Yes. You know it.
I just wanted to know if you had the chance to work directly with Michael Jones, and if so, what was he like?
Michael Jones, he would record, I met him one time. He would record around me. And very nice guy, cool dude, happy to be a part of the show and happy to have him.
He actually is nice?
He's very nice. He's very humble and very appreciative of being a part of the show, yeah.
Very
for sure.
opposite of his actual persona on the internet.
Yeah, I think so. That was the vibe I got. But yeah, I was fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
You played a decent sting from what I heard.
Yes, yeah, I enjoyed defeating him.
Right. Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
First, what's your favorite role you ever played in any anime?
No, I said that louder.
The best role, my favorite role I've ever played in the world, the better role than anything you'd see in Full Metal. Natsu Dragmeal.
That was the answer.
Oh, but you like Italy?
Yes.
I like people that take in cards as well.
Absolutely, it's always time for pasta. What's the least favorite line or not line, least favorite character you ever played?
The least favorite character I've ever played, Vic Mignogna's Lufa. That was an uncomfortable role for me. Yeah.
Okay, we got time for one more. Hi, beautiful dress.
Hi.
Hi, I have one question. What was it like playing a character like Italy?
Italy was, I have to thank Mario for that role. Because when we were, originally I was England in that show.
Oh.
And so then the guy that was playing Italy dropped out of the show. And so they needed an Italy. And so everyone said, Todd, you should do it. Well, there's one actor that really wanted that role. And for 3 weeks of auditioning. And everyone was like, Todd still sounds good as it. But this one actor didn't like that answer. So we had to go back and forth again and again and again and again and again. And then when I went in the booth, they said, all right, well, this Italy, because I thought it was, they wanted, before we even began Natalia, originally auditioning, I thought they wanted realistic accents because we didn't see anything of the show. And then they said, no, like ham it up, like give us an exaggerated accent. I go, okay, well, it's gonna be Mario, basically. And they go, yeah, they want that. They did, let's go. And so when they did that, they're like, perfect, you got it. And so then the person that didn't get it got a different role in the show. So they're still in it. They just gave me poop about it for a long time. So there's someone out there that is not as happy as you are that I was Italy. But I forgive them.
I'll always forgive them.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your.
Wait, I want to say something. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay. So guys, it's always amazing to me. You know, conventions are like a perfect storm. Everything has to go just right for you. Like your schedule has to be just right. Like you have to get the right hotel room. You have to that weekend has to be free of other engagements. And so I'm so grateful that you guys make the time to do that. That's a really big deal. It's a big deal. And there's a lot of people to deal with and crowds and lines. And that is not lost on me. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to make my way back slowly, back to the other side of the world. And I'll see you at the table signing and all that fun stuff. Have a great weekend. What are you supposed to say to Evangeline Lilly? If it comes up in conversation. So thank you guys for being here. You're awesome.
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of Fan Expo Canada 2018. Join the conversation below with a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.